Hi, my name is David Walker with Coast to Coast Pools. I'm design and sales, and I've been with Coast to Coast for 8 years, and I've been in the industry for 12 years. I pretty much use like a wait and see approach. So much of design is dependent on what the home site's going to give us, and what the home gives us. Every floor plan is different, relatively. I like symmetry and balance. Those two aren't necessarily the same. It doesn't have to be perfectly symmetrical, but if we can work those two things in, and then obviously ergonomics has to play into it, where the orientation of the lot is, where the sun's coming up, where the sun sets. All those things are important. What's the visual from the home looking out? What's their perspective if it's a waterfront lot or a preserved lot, or if there's something we're trying to avoid seeing? All those things come into play. Typically, when I meet with a client, my first questions have nothing to do with the pool. It's usually a question about how they plan to live in that space. Where's the outdoor kitchen? Like the inside of the house, everybody seems to congregate when you're entertaining around the kitchen. Same's true outside. So where's that area going to be? What are those living spaces around the pool going to look like? One of the things I say just about every meeting is, you're going to spend a lot of time in the pool, you're going to spend a lot more time around the pool. So where we're putting furniture, and thankfully the program that I use as a three-dimensional software pool studio, it enables us to pull in furniture, literally even the TV. So I can set somebody in their hot tub and show them how they're going to see the game from that perspective, or from inside the house, we're able to put it in presentation mode and walk through the home and visualize the pool, the spa, where everything's located, where furniture's located, if there's going to be an outdoor fire pit, all that stuff comes into play. So sitting down with the customer and figuring out what their wants and needs are, number one, listening to them, how they plan to use that space, and making sure it all works within a budget, because ultimately everybody's got a budget. So a lot of the challenges come down to the home site. And we always have to work with what we're given. We can't change the slope of the property. We can't excavate. If somebody comes in and they want an infinity edge pool and they're on a flat lot, I'm sorry, we can't do that. And sometimes the answer is no, unfortunately. There's always a cause and a reaction, or a price input that goes with something else. And so working with the customer and helping them understand, this is why this costs this amount, or this is why we can or why we cannot build this. It's always working with what we have to work with, and sometimes it's the shape of the home. I try to make this fun, and usually it is fun. This is something that should be fun. People want to design a pool. It's not like picking cabinet hardware or something like that. They're envisioning how they're going to live in that outdoor space. So I try to make it a fun process, and like I said, it usually is, through being able to physically portray this in 3D and have somebody actually walk around their pool, even get in their pool or their hot tub, and visualize where furniture is going to go. Hopefully by the time we're done, everybody's going to have a great idea of what they're getting, a very realistic representation of what they're getting, and they're going to know exactly what they're paying for.